Alrighty guys, I'm Casey and welcome to a brand new episode of our Stone Block 2 adventure. Guys, this is what we did in the last episode, but I don't want to dwell on the last episode too long. I actually want to focus on my plans for this episode. And my plans for this episode are fairly simple. I would like to gain a source of food because right now we have 4 epic bacon and a handful of apples, and that's about it. So I want to set up some sort of farm for our food. And I also would like to set up some sort of tree farm that's fully automated and requires absolutely no power. And I want to do that for all of the vanilla types of wood and even have some expansion for any additional saplings that we may find along the way. So there's the 2 things that I want to do. But I also want to set up some sort of automatic clay room. And oh, I can hear something like hissing. Never mind, it's my dog, it's my dog, it's my dog! He's cleaning himself. Ah, that was freaky. Freaky, man! Sorry, I've been watching a lot of paranormal stuff lately, and it's kind of creeping me out. But yeah, I'd like to have some sort of room over there in this direction where we can fully automate the production of clay. Because I'm going to need the clay for the tree farm. But first things first, guys. I need to set up the wheat farm, and we need to get this episode rolling. So without any further ado, here we go, guys, here we go! Did you know you can scroll on down, leave the video a like, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, it all helps out the channel. So this is the room that I have hollowed out somewhat for our farm. Now I don't know for how high I'm going to take this, I'm actually not going to worry about it. It's a long way to clear out with this iron am. I'm going to wait till I get something a little bit faster to clear out it any higher. But I got 3 little parcels of land right here that need filling in with dirt. We're going to have wheat on one, carrots on the other, and potatoes on the 3rd one. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down the dirt. I've got a bunch of dirt on me. I'm hoping this is going to be enough, but it might not be. Then I'm going to show you guys how we can get the potato seeds, carrot seeds, and the seeds, and then how to grow them. So now that we've got our farmland all set up where we're going to put our farms, we need to turn our attention to actually getting the seeds for this farm. We want regular seeds, we want carrots, and we want potatoes, and sure, we could go ahead and kill some zombies until we get the carrots, potatoes, but that's a bit of a long-winded way to go about it when there are other ways. Now, I do already have some seeds, and I also have some, well, the carrot seeds and some potato seeds, but you may have missed how I got these. So I'm going to show you guys very quickly how you get seeds in this pack. And all it is you take dirt, and you get dirt by just hammering down cobblestone and gravel. Obviously, if you're this far along, you'll know how to get dirt by now. And then we just sieve dirt. Once we sieve dirt, that's, of course, I need a string mesh for this. I need a string mesh, and I don't even know if I have any string meshes. I flip one. You know what? I'm going to get myself a string mesh. Now that I've got the string mesh, we can put it in here. And all we need to do is just grab some dirt and sieve the dirt. And the dirt will drop us some pebbles, but it will also drop various other things. These include grass seeds, sugarcane seeds, melon seeds, pumpkin seeds. As you can see there, we got some grass seeds. But if we sieve enough dirt, we'll eventually get some regular seeds, or we got some pumpkin seeds there. We'll also get the carrot seeds and the potato seeds. So I'm just going to sieve a stack of dirt and see what I get from it. So a little bit of sieving later, guys, and I managed to get 7 seeds, 2 carrot seeds, and 3 potato seeds. But that's fine. That's pretty much all we need. We can go to the sieving chest. We grab some bone meal to just bone meal these up and get multiple. But I also want to show you a little thing I did to the base. I moved this crucible back here, which I didn't show off. So this is where our lava is. We've got one for the water. And I also did an infinite water source here. And yes, what kind of savage does a water source like this? Someone commented that once, and since then I've just done my infinite water sources like this. I find it amusing. Yes, I'm evil, and it's so easy when you're evil. So anyway, let's get over here and start planting these down. So I've done a standard vanilla farm, which means you can go up to 4 in any direction from the water source, and the land will be hydrated. So we go ahead and just do this, and we put down our little wheat seeds here. And the great thing about mods is you can just hold right click. This is in almost every mod pack that I've played, and I love it. So I'm going to do an entire stack of bone meal on this. Then I'm going to come over here, plant myself these carrot seeds, which will turn into carrots. Do the exact same with another stack of bone meal. Then over here, which I just realized I didn't bring any water with me. I'm missing water in this one. But over here, I'm going to do potatoes, which we could just do with the potato seeds like so. So I'm going to get to that. So guys, I got the farms about halfway set up. I've unfortunately ran out of carrots, potatoes, and seeds, so I need to wait for these to grow up a little bit. I have added in a glowstone in the middle here because some of the crops around the middle were just popping straight off because of the light level being so low, because we don't have the sunlight, so we need to make sure these are lit up. So if you want to know, just press F7, and if we get rid of a couple of these, you guys can see the red X's, they aren't possible, okay? They won't grow on the red X's. You need to make sure that they're all lit up. The red X's mean mobs can spawn on there if you're too far away from them, but it also means the light level is too low for the crops to grow naturally because, you know, we're in a cave. We're not out in the world. Now, the next thing that I want to turn my attention to is working a little bit more towards the tree farm, and for that, I need some bricks, which means that I need some clay. And making clay the old-fashioned way by just getting dust, right-clicking it into these oak crucibles is, well, if I'm honest, it's a little bit long-winded. There's a better way. We can set up some automation for this where we just need to get the dust manually. We can put the dust into the system and the dust will transfer into clay, saving us having to bucket out the water into these crucibles every time we want a piece of clay. Now, for this, I'm going to need a little bit of a room, which I'm going to put over in this direction. So I'm going to start hollowing out a bit of a room. We won't need much of a big room for this, but I do definitely want to have some sort of room. So guys, got the room in place, or at least the bare bones of it. This is going to be the room right here. I want to put some terracotta on the floor to make it seem like it is for clay, and maybe do something else with the walls. But for right now, this is sort of like the design that we are going for. And just like any farm, we need to start breaking down the production of this clay. So first thing we know, we need to put dust into the system to get clay out of the system. So we need an input chest and an output chest, and that's going to go right like so. So we've got an input chest now, we've got an output chest. We know that we need either barrels or cauldrons to make it, so I've got myself some barrels right here. I'm going to have to put this like so. Just grab a piece of dirt, and this farm will do, oops, I think it was 6 either side, so 12 at a time, and that's perfectly fine. I don't think we'll ever use that much, but it's nice to have. So now we've got that done. Let's just get rid of these briefly. Actually, I did that one off camera. But now we've got the farm broken down just a little bit, because we know we need to put dust in here, we need to put water in here, and we get clay out. So we've taken care of the input and the output chests. We've taken care of the actual bone of the farm. Now we need to look at water. How are we going to get water in here? And there are a few different ways, but we are going to use a tried and tested method that I love using, which is basically a kitchen sink. If we look at this, we can click sink, and it's this thing right here. But for this, we need some terracotta, and terracotta is just clay. Now, I'm going to assume that you haven't watched previous videos and that you are unaware of how you get clay. Well, it's really, really easy. All you need is to get your water, and you can put water into a crucible like this, and then you right-click a piece of dust in it, and that makes you clay. Alternatively, you can do the exact same method with any of the barrels that are in the pack, either the stone barrel or the wooden barrels, like what we're using in here. I hate it when it does that. I hate it when it does that. You know, we can put water in there. We got water in there. We can right-click, get some dust in. That turns to clay. We right-click to get it out, and there we go. We've got our 2 pieces of clay. Now I need 5 of these, so I'm just going to get a couple more of these made up. Now that I've got myself 5 hardened clay, or 5 clay, we need to harden it. Turn it into terracotta, so I'm just going to slip that into the furnace right here. I just realized that I am low on fuel, so we'll just throw a little bit of oak planks in there just to make that do. And while that does, we'll take a look at how we are going to move the items back and forth. So this is going to be the input chest up here, and we're going to use a very similar method to what we used last time by just simply using item ducts. So we're going to take these item ducts and we're just going to simply put them along the top like so. I'm going to do this on both sides. I've put myself into a little bit of a corner here, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to do the exact same. Oh, I didn't get rid of this. I forgot this. I guess I should have got rid of that. So, whoops. Got to shift and hold to put it on top, and then we can bring that over here. I might have to make up some more item ducts because I don't think we're going to have enough, because we need to run 2 different lines. So now we've got them in, we'll tell this to extract as we did in the last episode, which is just by using these. Guys, if you want to know what these are and how they work, go ahead and watch my last episode. I showcased them in that. So that's now going to pull out of there. And what that'll do is it'll pull out of there, and it'll put into the top of these barrels, which is where we want it to go. And now we need to get them out, which we're going to run item ducts across the bottom here. And again, we might just have enough. We might just have enough. So let's just run this underneath. Yes. And of course, we need to put on these servos. We need to put these servos on the barrels because we want them to extract from the barrels. And we put them on whatever it is we are extracting from. So I've got to go ahead and just tell all of these to ignore redstone. So I'm just going to right click, ignore on all of them. Now that's done, we're going to pretend that we've got our fluid here, and we're going to take fluid ducts, and we're going to run them out of this middle one. So I'm going to go around the back here and show you guys how this is going to do. We're going to run this out of the middle one, we're going to run it all the way back here, and we're going to run it into the sides of these barrels. We're going to do this on both sides. What this will do is this will extract the water that we don't have just yet, because we've got to craft up the sink. But this will extract the water and put the water into the barrel automatically for us. So all we need to do is put our our dust into this top barrel, and it'll generate clay into this bottom barrel. Now we need to make up the kitchen sink. So the sink, we've got our terracotta now, we've got our water bucket, we've got our iron, we can make up our kitchen sink. Let's grab our servos because we are going to need them. And I've got myself a full stack, that's leftover dust. We don't need that, that's to be sieved. We'll just put that away, pretend that never happened, pretend this was never in the inventory, this little 45 right there. But I've done myself a compressed stack of dust, which means we've got 9 stacks of 64 dust. And we can go ahead and put the kitchen sink in right there. And as you can see, that will connect. You can see that's already got a full tank. And we can go ahead and tell this that we want it to extract from here without a signal. I mean, if you want to mess around with redstone, go ahead. But it's just easier for me to do that. And if we look, we can see that this is now filling up. This is going to drive me crazy. This is now filling up. So all we need to do is put our dust in our input chest, which is this one right here. We right click that, and then we'll start to see the dust making its way into these barrels. It could take a little bit of time at first, but we should see clay end up here. This is set to extract without a signal. Yes. Come on. I know you want to. I know you want to. There it is. We just saw it in this one. Let's see if we can get a view of this properly happening. There you go. You can see the clay is being put in there. Now, because these are the cheap item ducts, it ain't going to put it in too fast, but at least we've got it fully automated. All we need to do is put our dust in there and get our clay out of here. So I'm going to let these do up, and I'm going to replace the floor in here with ardent terracotta. I just think it'll look a little bit nicer, and I'm kind of happy with how this looks, the way that it is like this. So I'll be back with you in just a tick. I gotta say, I do kind of like the floor being terracotta in here. I should probably use this a lot more than I do. I might start using terracotta a little bit more, especially in vanilla. Right, guys, now we're going to get on to the main project of the video, which is making ourselves a fully automated tree farm. I've got an envisionment of having several tree farms along this wall here, and then this wall here. And so like an archway of cobblestone held up by oak pillars here. And I obviously want to get into that, but wood is low, and I don't really have a room where I can safely grow wood. So I want to look at automating wood, and it's very, very easy actually. You can do this without any power generation and with almost any sapling. Some modded saplings don't work, but most do, especially all the vanilla saplings. So all we're going to need is we're going to take our clay. We're going to make this into clay balls. We're going to put our clay balls into our furnace here, and that's going to smelt them up, and that's going to give us brick. Now, with brick, what we can do is we could craft up something called a bonsai pot, which is this little pot right here. And by using this bonsai pot, let's just go ahead and put a block down and put it on here. By using this bonsai pot, we could put a piece of dirt inside of it. And then we could take a sapling. I don't have a sapling. Like I said, we can take a sapling, pop the sapling in, and you can see that sapling is gonna grow. Now, it takes a little bit of time to grow. It does, not gonna lie. But once it's grown, you can just take any hatchet or axe and right-click it, and boom, you get the wood. And sometimes you get saplings, sometimes you get apples, and it will start growing again. Now, this is a really compact and easy tree farm, but it does require you to sit here and right-click it. So you can have something hold your mouse down if you really want, or we can automate this really easily. So we're gonna break this bonsai pot. Now, oh, it's an axe to break. Okay, fair enough. We're going to break that, and all we're going to do is we're going to take the bonsai pot, and we're going to put in a hopper below it. And that's going to create this hopping bonsai pot. And then all we're going to do is put the hopping bonsai pot down. We're going to take our dirt. We're going to put our dirt inside it like so. And then we're going to take our oak sapling, put our oak sapling in it. And that's going to grow. And then all we're going to do is underneath it is we're going to put some sort of container. So you can use a chest, you can use a barrel, or you can use what I like to use, which are these basic drawers here. But for now, I'm just going to use a chest to show you. This thing will automatically grow. Once it's fully grown, it'll automatically chop itself down and deposit the contents within this chest right here. So we're at 77% here, so it doesn't take too long. But you can set this up with, like I said, any sapling. You can set up multiple of these. You can even use item conduits and item ducts like we did for the clay farm over there to funnel all of this just to one storage system or one chest. But there we go. We got ourselves a piece of oak wood. And this generates the leaves, the saplings, the apples, the sticks, and the logs itself. It is a little bit slow, but in the early game, it's more than what you need. So I'm going to let this run just a little bit. And I'm going to start making a little bit of work on this hallway right here, because this looks kind of naff. Progress has been made, guys. This is the tree farm hallway. We got all of the vanilla types of trees here and more than enough room if we ever need to, I don't know, make more wood of any of these particular types. Or there are a bunch of other saplings within the game, especially the spectral one. I really, really want to use this wood at some point, so we might have to get into this. And again, we've got this wood here, this great wood log. We've got silver wood, and we've got all of these slimes, which can all be used within here. I don't know as, oh yeah, the bonsai pots can be used with these saplings here to go ahead and get a bunch of different fruits and whatnot, which is good. Again, we've also got this mineral sapling right here, which we get from sieving dirt in a flint mesh if we wanted that, which I might go after that between episodes. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, I'm really happy with kind of like how this has turned out in general, this sort of farm area here. Really, really kind of happy with this. So we need to go ahead and take a screenshot of that. In addition to that, guys, I've almost completely got the wheat spread. The carrots and the potatoes are mostly spread too, but the seed drops from these are just quite low at the minute. I'm not getting very lucky, so it is taking a little bit of time here. The carrots are almost done. We'll be able to get into one of the best foods within Minecraft soon, and because carrots drop between 1 and I think it's like 4, sometimes you don't get any when you right click it. The potatoes though, they've fully done, and I'm starting to make up some jagged potatoes. But once we get the carrots up and running, we can make golden carrots, which will cure our saturation pretty good. I've been pretty happy with that. And again, gold is relatively easy when playing Stoneblock or even a Skyblock, because resources are just renewable. You don't have to keep going and mining for them, and it doesn't take too long to set them up anyway. But yeah, kind of happy with how this has turned out. We've done quite a lot this episode. I do have a plan for this room, but I need more oak wood before I can do this room, so I'm just going to leave it bare at the moment. But we've also got this set up this episode too, the clay room, which I'm really, really kind of happy with how this particularly turned out. So I'm really happy. This feels like a base as opposed to just a stone block being thrown together, where you just kind of have everything jumbled in one room, which is what we had before. We had just everything thrown together in this room, and I didn't like that. It didn't feel immersive to me. It just felt like a throwaway let's play. Now that we've actually got part of a base sort of coming along here, from the birthing tree to the smithing room to the clay to the tree farm, I'm really happy with it. But there is one thing that we haven't done in a while. We haven't taken a look at the quest book, which I actually have on me here. And there are quite a few quests that we've completed. So we got this prosperity shard from sieving, so we go ahead and grab that. What do we got? We got a spawner changer. That's going to be pretty powerful. Storage. We started using storage drawers, so we can go ahead and claim that reward. We got 2 mechanical crafters. They'll come in handy, I'm sure. But we've also progressed through here. We did this tinkering one a couple of episodes ago, so we can get the Ogdatic Pasta. They'll be handy when we get into Ender IO. We got another random reward here, an auto siefter. I've gotten into this once, and I can't even remember how it works, so I might try that at some point. And we also upgraded our cobblestone generator, so we get ourselves a reinforced conversion kit. We can go ahead and upgrade to a tier 3 cobblestone generator. I do believe I have the diamonds, but I don't really want to waste them on that. I love how this is way too big for the thing. So we could just pop those away. Something's just fallen in my dining room. I've just had something go kaboom in there. Not sure what, but I'll go and check that out after this episode. But all in all, guys, I'm rather happy with how this turned out. Now, I did plan on making the wheat so we could have some bread. But unfortunately, that doesn't work. I did make a mortar and a pedestal because in all the mods 6 I'm playing at the moment, you can do this and this to get flour, which you can then bake to make bread. But the flour from Pam's Harvest Craft, you can't bake to make bread out of. You need butter and a couple of other things, so it's kind of pointless having. As you can see, I did make up quite a bit of this before I realized this. I should have double checked my recipes. But, well, like I said, we've got a bit of gold here, and I've got some more gold in my smeltery right here. So I can make up some golden carrots once those carrots breed up and finish spreading. And if you're playing with a very similar setup to this, make sure that you smelt ingots in multiples of however many tables that you have when using these pipes, because it will put equal amount into each one. So if you've only got 1 ingot worth of smelting, it's going to spread that ingot across these 11 tables. It's a menace. It's a menace. I didn't notice that when I put it together, so it's not the best design. Still don't know what we could put up there, but I'm sure some ideas will come to me. But either way, guys, I think that's a good place to end off this episode, guys. So, if you've enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. It really helps out the channel. I really do appreciate it. So please do leave that like. Guys, there'll be 3 working days between this episode and the next one, with weekends being Let's Plays and not Minecraft. So if you're looking for the next Stone Block, it'll probably be in about 3 days' time. I think this video comes out Monday, so probably Friday. But guys, or Thursday. That's going to do it for me. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and hit subscribe if you want to see more from me. Guys, MrKCDavis, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!